Welcome in, everyone. These are all rescues. We rescued every one of these puppies. They were abandoned in the streets, and we rescued each and every one of them. We rescued every one of these fur babies. My name is Daniel, and I rescue dogs. There's nothing like rescuing a dog, rehabilitating it, and rehoming it. It's the most precious thing in life. When you rescue a dog, you're giving that dog a guaranteed life, a life of love, a life of kindness, a life of support. That's why I rescue these dogs. When people abandon these dogs, I go out here and I get them, and I rescue them right away, as quickly as I can. It's hard catching them. It's hard getting them to trust you after they've been hurt by somebody else. But I gain their trust, and when I gain their trust and they come home, they stay with me. I rehabilitate them and I rehome them. These puppies, they're gonna be with me for 90 days, so that I can train them, get them neutered, get them spaded, and so we can stop the reproduction. They all go in for their they all go in to see the doctor to get fixed. Each and every one of these puppies are getting fixed, so that they don't have to go through that hardship in life. There's some beautiful babies that are up for adoption. They're 100% rescues. They're beautiful and they're loving and they're kind. Hey Daisy, I was waiting for you to get in here. I've only been on here for a few minutes anyways. I'm waiting to see if we can get 500 or 600 people in here. I was hoping we could. Especially since I'm a member of the squad. I want people to know that we're rescuing some dogs tonight. These are all rescues. Every one of these puppies are rescues. They were born in out in the woods. Their mom and dad grew up as puppies out in the woods as well, running with various different packs of dogs that are homeless out here. I rescue dogs for a living, and hold on, let me see if I can't see. What do they have a place to go outside? Absolutely, they use the bathroom outside. They have kennel. They have a structure that's located on the other side of this building for them to go and use the bathroom in and relax and play and stretch their legs. I don't just keep them up in here like that. They have a really, really big building they get to run around in, and they get to stay safe while they run around. Use the bathroom, do whatever they want to do. There's 2 sets of litters here. We've already adopted out 7 of the puppies. This is Dad right here. This is the father, the Alaskan Malamute father. He's a year old, and that's the mother over there. She's 14 months old, and that's her daughter there, and her son is the one that's on the bottom part. The bottom is the bottom puppy, not the top one. And then there's 4 Walker hounds that I rescued just 3 or 4 days ago from a very bad, tragic situation. And yeah, it's bad. But they're safe now. They're with me. They're going to be neutered, and everybody's going in to get fixed, and we're going to stop any possible reproduction. We don't know exactly how old they are. We're estimating anywhere from 10 to 12, maybe 13 weeks old. I got a lot of work ahead of me. We do have an Amazon wish list. If anybody wishes to look at our Amazon wish list, take a good look at it. We need a lot of help. We could use any support that you can offer. I don't request donations, but if people are honest about wanting to help with donations, we have a PayPal account that I can put up here for you. We 100% we go live with all the money that we get in. We go live when we go and purchase the things that we're buying for the dogs. We are straight up all the way across the board. That heater, we go and purchase the things that we're buying for the dogs. We are straight up all the way across the board. That heater, that $99 heater, donations were made for us to be able to buy it. We have a kerosene heater on the inside of the house that donations helped us buy. Yeah, we're 100% legit. I go live with my rescues, and I believe that no dog should be out here on the streets. But that's my PayPal up on the screen if y'all want to help. If y'all want to buy puppy food for the puppies, I could really use some puppy food right now. Some, not puppy formula, just wet puppy food in a can. Dry food for the puppies. I really do need some help with the puppies, guys. So if y'all want to help, we can go to Walmart tomorrow and we can buy up a bunch of stuff for these pups. It's up to y'all. But I do need y'all's help with some puppy food and puppy pads, some real dog beds. um, some leashes, some small harnesses, something that I can put on them. They're obviously going to grow out of the harness, but something that I can start walking them around. I'm not used to having this many puppies on hand, but like I said, they have a really big, huge enclosure just on the other side of this building that's really massive. It's 3,500 square feet. So they have a huge building. It's a jungle gym for them. They get to go in there, play, wrestle, chase each other around, use the bathroom, whatever. When they're done, they come in here, and this is where they chill. But for the most part, this is where they are right now because the weather temperatures are really dangerous. The weather here has been below zero, and puppies aren't really adapted to that type of temperatures out here. So we have to keep them out of the wind, and that building over there doesn't have heat. So, it's a hit and miss. But on the good days, they get to go over there. On the bad days, when it's really rough, I lift all this stuff up off the floor. I open up this whole entire area, and I turn it into an arena for them to play and have fun. I make certain that I think about these dogs and the puppies that I have. I make sure that they have the ability to burn off their bursts of lightning for energy they have, and they have a lot of energy for puppies. They are high strung, but they get along, and they get along great. But there's a lot of people that don't want me to be out here rescuing. They say I'm wrong for rescuing, but I don't care what they say. I'm gonna keep rescuing dogs. I don't care. It don't matter to me. I just know one thing. I love dogs, and I'm gonna keep rescuing. I'm never gonna stop. Never, ever am I gonna. I'm never gonna stop rescuing. Never. I love dogs. I've been doing it for 29 years. This February the 13th to be 29 years to the day. I love dogs. That's all I know how to say. That's all I know. It's the only truth. Kerosene is not safe to burn inside. No, and I've learned the hard way because that kerosene heater caught on fire, and and I got injured pretty badly. That's why we don't use the kerosene heater. But no, kerosene heater is not good. I learned the hard way. I suffered some pretty bad burns not too long ago. In fact, I'm still suffering from those burns. I'm still having to get treatment for my burns. Yeah, no, kerosene heaters are not good for indoor at all. Don't let nobody tell you that they are. Yes, Stormy. Yes, Stormy. Rescuing is the right thing to do, and it's the only thing I know how to do is rescue. Yeah, I got burnt pretty bad. I got burnt on my arm, my hand, and my side, but everything stayed under control. Regardless of what happened to me, I was able to keep everybody else safe. And at that time, I had 9 puppies and a mom and dad in there. I had the whole family. I just rescued them. We raised the money to get the DeWalt kerosene heater. I got a duplicate, brand new one, a replacement, still in the box. I won't use it. I'm too afraid of it. But if anybody wants to make a donation, they're welcome to make a donation. That's our PayPal up there on the screen, and all support is much appreciated, especially for when I don't have anything right now. I need puppy pads. Um, I need shampoo for the puppies. I need wet food for the puppies. I need some urgent supplies, and I'm finding people that are willing to help has been a challenge. It's probably been one of the biggest challenges of my day. I need people to understand that I can rescue the dogs, and they get all happy about me rescuing them. But the moment I start asking for support to take care of them, people just seem to disappear. And they don't have to leave just because they can't or they choose not to support. It's not about, I don't do the live videos just to gain support. Hey Shelby, I do the live videos to show people that there's real tragic situations living out here in our streets because people are abandoning dogs, and or their dog that's not neutered is getting away, or their female is in heat and she somehow got away. Now she's pregnant, or he's out there making babies. It's just, it gets crazy. And before you know it, our streets are so overpopulated with homeless dogs because they're abandoned or they got away or they're lost. And nobody cares enough to go out here and search for them. I do. And so I do it, but I do it on a real heavy level. I do it on a constant, everyday basis. I'm stubborn about it. I have to get out here and know where these animals are because I want to help them. I love them. I can't help but to love them. I love dogs. I love animals. I love cats. But dogs are my favorite. I'm a dog lover. I'm crazy about it, I guess. But it's a good crazy because it helps me to stay completely 100% focused on what I need to be doing. I hope y'all can hear me. I hope I'm not just talking to myself. My phone freezes up and sometimes I don't even know it's glitching or freezing up. Okay, good. So I'm not as crazy as I first thought I was. But I'm just a human being that loves dogs. I got a heart and I have a soul. I have a purpose. And I'm living my purpose. I'm living my best life. I get to be the hero. I get to be the superhero that's out here rescuing dogs. I'm on Paw Patrol, I guess you could say, like the cartoon Paw Patrol. I'm on Paw Patrol. I'm out here patrolling the streets for these dogs. I'm doing my thing. No, I'm not. I'm straight. I'm good there. I'm all the way Gucci there. This requires 100% of my time and my dedication and my loyalty. I ain't got time to share my attention with somebody else. This is my whole life right here, rescuing dogs. I don't have time to go on dinner dates. I don't have time to spend 3 or 4 hours at the kitchen at the breakfast table having a conversation. I gotta wake up, drink my coffee, and eat my food, and do that while I'm walking and working. There's no taking a break for this. There's hardly any sleep involved. It's dedication. It's loyalty. The only break I'm gonna get from this right here, from what I do, and have any time to myself without having to rescue anymore, is when I'm sitting in heaven, loving on the babies that are there with me. Other than that, I ain't got time for anything else. And it's only because I know what this requires. And it requires every ounce of my attention, every ounce of my energy and focus. So being celibate allows me to redefine what is most important to me in life. And what I have found to be the most important thing in my life is rescuing dogs. And not allowing people to disrupt me and my focus by being hateful or arrogant or harmful with their words or their actions toward us. And I have suffered the vigilantes of other people and their violence. I've been hospitalized because of people getting mad at me for exposing their area and what's going on and what they're doing to their poor animals. It's sad. And despite what I've suffered as I've been doing this, it's never going to deter me. There's nothing that there's nothing possible that's going to stop me except for separating my soul from this body and sending me to be with God or something like that. Because so long as there's a breath in my body, it belongs to my responsibility, and that is to take care of these dogs and to see them safe. And while I know they're safe, it gives me a chance to go out here and work with the dogs that are still out there. Because I don't got to worry about them after a certain amount of time, because they know they're good. They're going to be comfortable with me coming and going. But I got to get them to where they're going to be comfortable enough to be here alone so that I can go out there. So what do? When I rescue and I bring one in, I stay with that rescue. I sleep with that rescue. I eat with that rescue. I spend time with that rescue. I love on that rescue. And then I work on the rehabilitation process and the training and the therapy. I don't sit here and I'm not sitting here doing this waiting each month for a government check. I'm not out here reporting all of my rescues to these agencies. I don't go down here and report this is how many I rescued. This is how many. I don't. I'm not into all of that. Okay, if they cared about what was, and this is how I feel. If the government really cared about how many dogs or animals were out here, then they'd go out here and do a census themselves. I'm not gonna catch the animals and then report them just so they can make the decision whether I get to keep the animal or it gets put down. See, there's a catch to there's a catch to rescuing. They get to determine whether or not the animal that I rescued stays with me or stays with them. Lives or dies. It lives if it stays with me, 100% chance. If it goes to them, it dies. So no, I don't report my rescues no more. I just don't. And I'm just like, my only concern is for the safety of the dog. I'm not going to take it off the street just so they have and report that I've rescued it just to give them a chance to take it from me and put it down. It defeats the purpose of a rescue. And I fought that with them over and over again. So I stay moving around. I don't report that I'm in each. I don't report to every single state out there, like, hey, can I get permission to rescue here? I don't go up and let them know that I'm there and get their permission. I don't need their permission. They've had enough opportunity to handle their own responsibilities and put a stop to the crimes that are happening against animals, and they're not doing it. They're not focusing hard enough to protect these animals and the animals' rights. That's why there's so many on the street. And this is why I have to work so hard at what I do. And you're never going to get a complaint out of me about doing what I do. I might be a little on the hurt side, the depression side, because there might be times I need something for the dogs and I can't get nobody to help me get it. And then sometimes people will help me. Times have changed. There was a time when people stood by me. And now all of a sudden in today's society, there's all these economic challenges, and there's always these financial burdens and challenges. It really rattles me because, like, I've always known that no matter how hard you're struggling in life, your dog should always still come first. Your children and your dogs. If there's kids involved, your kids first. But if there's no kids and it's just the adults and the dogs should come first. That's just how I know it to be. Because that dog is not going to let you down. That dog is never, ever going to let you suffer. That dog is going to do anything and everything in its power to provide. But if we don't put enough effort together ourselves to provide for them and put them first, then we're missing out on we're missing out on something in life. We're missing out on an opportunity, most importantly, to become a better person, because we're learning how to put something other than ourselves first. We're putting that animal first. If there's kids involved, put your kids first and then your animals. But always put yourself last, especially if it's just you and your animal. I've learned that. People get involved with having an animal and believing that they can't take care of it because they can't afford to feed it. And a lot of it has to do with the lack of knowledge and understanding that they can go to food banks and get free dog food. They could just simply walk into a lot of these stores and just ask for help, but their pride won't let them. Or they can just take a cardboard, a piece of cardboard, write on a sign, write on it with a big magic marker saying, "Help with dog food, please. Help with dog food, please." And just stand there. Someone is going to read that sign and have compassion enough to bless that person with the things that they're asking. There may come a lot of judgment. There may become a lot of finger pointing and a lot of other things, but as so long as that person is willing to persevere and stand there and just let God be God. Like so many claim karma, let karma be karma. But let God just be God, and God will help you persevere through all of those struggles, and you'll get what you need. I've been there. I've been on my hands and knees holding a sign in the pouring down rain, ice, sleet, and snow, standing out in front of Walmarts, grocery stores, Fred Meyer's, all throughout the United States, when I needed to stand out there for the dogs and ask for help on behalf of the dogs. I'm never going to be ashamed to ask for help on behalf of these dogs that I rescue and that I feed. I'm nobody special, but God has opened a lot of doors for me to help these dogs. But it sure seems like to me that the world itself is shutting its doors on the willingness and the opportunity to help these dogs, because a lot of people don't support what I do anymore. They don't believe in rescuing dogs. They believe it's not important. But it is important. For me, it's the most important thing in life. And I'll never want to get past this thought of how important it is. I'll never want to let go of this feeling of how important it is, because that feeling is that electricity that keeps my heart pumping, my blood flowing. I feel like the energy I get from these dogs is refreshing my solar panels that are connected to my heart. They're refreshing my mind with fresh knowledge. They're each different. Everyone's got its own personality. But ultimately, in the next 90 days, they're going to know how to trust people. Listen, I am the only, me and Heidi, there's only two of us that have physically ever touched these dogs, these 4 pups that we just rescued. They don't trust any other human being yet. But when I get done with them, they're going to love people and know that it's okay to trust people. Because they're going to know that through me, that I'm not going to bring them into a situation of harm. I'm extremely protective. I'm daddy right now to them. I'm their friend. When I lay down here at night, every one of these puppies curl up to me. Mom and daddy mama's at my feet or daddy's at my feet. One of them is at my head. They cuddle with me. They bond with me. And I teach them love. And they teach me how to be patient while they go through this transition of learning how to love me, while learning how to accept me and want me around. It's a transition for them. It ain't just for me, it's for them. The most important transition in life is what they're going through for themselves psychologically. They're going through it, and I know they are. They have feelings, they have emotions, they have a brain. They think for themselves. They fight for each other, and they fight amongst each other. These are creatures that are so deeply misunderstood and so yet very complicated for me to explain just how special they are. I don't think anybody can tell me how special they are without first doing what I do on a thorough, real, truthful basis. Yet I sit here and I tell you I'm a nobody, but these dogs are everything. These dogs should be are the one focus in life that we focus on right now, because there's that many homeless dogs out here that are abandoned. Even if it's considered a mutt or an ugly animal, it's still a dog. Hell, how many people do we identify in the world as ugly, or this or that? Yeah, we speak to them. But when we see one of these poor creatures out there, we tend to shy away. I don't. I walk up talking softly, and I get down on my knees. I don't care. That's why I wear pants. That's why I wear jeans. I ain't got time for fancy clothes. I'm gonna get dirty. I'm gonna get downright diggity dirty with the dog to get to know that dog. I'm gonna lay on my belly in the mud if that's what it takes to get to know that dog. Come on now, y'all just gotta you walk in my shoes with me for 30 days. You'll find out. I'm nobody special. It's all about the dogs, folks. And I need y'all's help, and if the funds come in, guess what, folks? Then we're gonna go to Walmart tomorrow and we're gonna do some shopping. But if they don't, guess what? Then we're just gonna be sitting here with the dogs until the necessary things that we need come in. But God will provide. I don't stress it. I've seen God work miracles. I have. Look, I'm just a visitor here in Dexter, Missouri. I'm not from here. I've been here 29 days now. Officially, I've been here 29 days. I'm just a guest in somebody's home. Was here 2 weeks when I met Mama over there and Daddy. They were taking them to the kill shelter to be put down, and I rescued her, and I rescued him, and then I rescued their 9 puppies. that the 9 puppies that I knew about. Brought them over here. Got 7 of those already adopted out. And while I was adopting them out, ended up in a situation where I don't want to go into detail about it, but I ended up bringing these 4 puppies home. The rest of them ended up going to the animal health clinic where they're okay, and they're temporarily with a foster family until their injuries are much more stable, so they can be reunited with their brothers and sisters. And there's a lot of them. there's a total of 10 of these little boogers. There's 6 of them that'll be reunited with us here in just a couple of weeks. They're going to be coming here because this is where they're going to be adopted from. But I need help. Oh, look at that. But I need help. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that pose. She is just taking it easy. She's so happy. Look at that. That's Mama right there. You're a beautiful little girl. She's gorgeous. I ain't nobody, guys. I'm just me. I'm just a guy that loves dogs. I appreciate y'all coming in here tonight. This is where I'm gonna say goodnight to everybody. Cause it's time for me to lay my old ass down in this bed and get me some sleep and lay down with them for 2 hours. I had to get my 2-hour nap because then I gotta go out and I gotta get 3 more dogs off the street. But I gotta catch up on a little bit of rest. So I got a little strength to go and do what I gotta do. I'll see y'all in the morning. I'll see you real early in the morning. 2 hours from now to be exact. That's when I go live with my rescue. I'll show you how I do it. Just sit back and take it easy. I'll show you how I do it. Just sit back and take it easy. Viewer discretion will be advised because I don't want you to be scared. If I get bit, don't be afraid. I'll be alright. I'll have a protective suit on up underneath my clothing. I'll show you how to do a live rescue. I'll show you how to stay safe. I hope I don't have to force myself to stay safe, but you just sit back and if everything goes well, I'll introduce you to a beautiful miracle. Till then, folks, my name is Daniel and I rescue dogs. Thank you for